As humans, we quite often tend to find ourselves in situations that we don't fully feel comfortable with. And that could be a public speaking gig, it could be a job interview, or even something as simple as going to a house party and having to meet a bunch of new people. And the issue here is that whenever we find ourselves in a situation that we don't fully feel comfortable or confident, things that generally feel quite easy, they just start becoming a bit more sluggish. Ideas that are generally quite easy to communicate, they just feel either too simplistic or too complex. Words that usually come out quite easily start feeling harder to speak. So in today's video, I would like to cover 3 things that are very, very easy to do that will instantly make you feel a bit more comfortable and relaxed, but also make you come across as much more confident to the person in front of you. And 2 of those things are focusing on eye contact, and 1 of them will be focusing on body language. So the very first technique that I'm going to discuss is called selective eye contact, and it's extremely simple to implement. People want you to pay attention to them, so when they speak to you, they will want to make sure that you are focused on what they are having to say, because that makes them feel good. It makes them feel that they're saying something important that's worth listening to. So the moment that you are not giving them your full attention, they will start working a bit harder for your attention, because they'll be like, why is this person not really listening to what I have to say? So here's what you need to do in order to use selective eye contact. When you're having a conversation that you're speaking about something that is not necessarily that important to them, what you want to do in that moment is let your eyes just gaze away and looking a bit around the room. That doesn't mean to act that you're not interested or not listening. It just means that rather than giving them your full attention, you are not focusing 100% on them. But here's the trick. This needs to be paired with giving them your full attention at times when is essential. For example, if they're saying something that's interesting to you, what you want to do in that moment is actually make a point, give them your full attention and keep eye contact. And if they are saying something that's important to them, the same way you want to give them your full attention and keep eye contact in that very specific moment. By rewarding them with your full attention at key points in the conversation will make them feel much more special and will also make you come across as much more comfortable and confident in what you have to say. So that being said, you might ask yourself, okay, so how much do I need to keep the eye contact? And also, what do I do if I'm not really feeling that comfortable keeping eye contact for a long time? So this is what I'm going to cover in the second point. And this is called the 50-70 rule. And it's very, very simple. What you want to do is to look into their eyes for about 50% of the time when you are speaking. And when they are speaking to you, so you're just listening, you want to look into their eyes for 70% of the time. When you do this, try to hold the gaze for about 4 to 5 seconds at a time. And when you're looking away, as a tip, try not looking down, because when you look down, it tends to signal a lack of confidence. So what you want to be doing is looking sideways. What I would suggest is when you walk into the room, try to find a few objects that you could look at during a conversation. And that could be a window, it could be anything in the room. And what you want to do is, while still speaking, you kind of look away for a second and then slowly look back and continue the conversation. The second tip is, in case you're feeling a bit shy and you're not really feeling comfortable to look in someone's eyes for a long period of time, or for those, let's say, 4 to 5 seconds. So if that's the case, the best thing to do is actually trying to focus on this point between the eyes and the forehead. So this way you don't really look into their eyes, but it kind of feels like you are. And that will make it feel much, much easier to hold the eye contact for long enough. So the third and final thing that I would like to discuss is called power pose. Science has shown that body language and body posture affect not only how others perceive you, but also how you feel yourself internally. So if you're having a closed body language and you slouch and just take a bit of space and your arms are crossed, you will naturally start feeling less confident and a bit more anxious and less comfortable. And some body positions have been classified as being either high power or low power. A very simple one that you can utilize when you find yourself in a situation that you're not feeling that comfortable is to, first of all, take a deep breath. And I would say to try to breathe in for about 5 seconds and then breathe out for about 5 seconds. Roll your shoulders back and just try to take a bit more space around you. You'll notice that already by only doing this very, very small adjustments, you'll start feeling much better, a bit more relaxed, a bit less stressed, and a tiny bit more confident. If you do these three things combined, not only it will make you come across as more confident and more composed, but it will also reduce your stress levels and make you feel much better. Thank you for sticking with me until the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it valuable. If that's the case, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one.